Are you tired of attracting the wrong men in your life? Tired of actually chasing love? Tired of saying, listen, I'm looking at others, they're happy, why am I not happy? Men who are emotionally unavailable, men who are cheaters, men who are liars. This, my friend, is a pattern in your space. A pattern to attract the wrong kind of people. It's the key to changing this pattern lies with you, not with the men. Not on Tinder, not on Shadi.com, nowhere. The answer and the key lies with you. When you watch this video, you will realize the power is back in your hands. Today, get ready for some amazing aha moments that will transform your life and make you a magnet for the right kind of love. How can you really break these patterns? Patterns that you have no control of, patterns that you don't even know exist. And now you're wondering as you hear me speak, why am I attracting these patterns in my space? Are you today ready? Ask yourself this question. Are you ready to break free from your patterns? Today what I'm going to share with you are some fabulous insights. The information that you listen today and you get today will blow your mind. It can transform your life. You will go today from not chasing love, not chasing men, but becoming a magnet and attracting love in your space. If you're married or you're already in a relationship, these insights will get your man to love you more and becoming more expressive. Hi, my name is Hitesh Bhatia. I'm a past life regression therapist. I've worked with many people, many couples, many women who came to me with this question. I also run a community called JoiningHands, and I've worked with many people in that community. So much so that actually affectionately my name now in the community is Dr. Love. Yeah? I'm not going to change it, I'm going to give it Hitesh Bhatia. Hi, so let's start understanding today what are patterns. Patterns are when things get repeated. How do you identify these patterns? So today what you're going to do is grab a pen and paper. This is going to be tough. Write down the name of all the men who have cheated you or who you've been with, and start identifying some traits that you saw in the relationship. So you take a sheet of paper. On one side you write down all the men you have had as partners, right from your first crush in school or college, your first boyfriend, and start writing what is it that the relationship gave you. Was it that the man cheated? Was he a liar? What really was the traits of the man on the right hand side? And as you write that down, you start seeing that there are certain patterns that you will see. Certain similarities that you'll see in every single relationship. Maybe they all cheated. Maybe they were emotionally unavailable. Maybe they were emotionally abusive. Maybe they never really expressed the truth. Sometimes you might find that they actually they were like parasites. If you are successful, they took off your success. Sometimes you also find that men have been emotionally draining you. Rather than giving in the relationship, all they did was take. So take some time, pause the video and start writing down the list of the men and the patterns that you saw. As you see these patterns, what you will start finding is there are some repeating trends. Maybe in your younger days there was a different trend. As you grew up, you found different trends. But there are repeating trends that you might find in these lists that you make of the men that you had in your life. Now, where do these trends come from? And what are we trying to understand from these trends? The first thing that we need to understand what is trauma. Every time you go through a bad experience, what happens? Trauma is not only what you find in hospital. In hospitals, there's a trauma care or a trauma center, which of course deals with patients who had severe trauma or accidents. All of us have trauma. Trauma could be small, could be big. Finding out that your partner has lied to you can also be very traumatic. What happens in the moment of a trauma? In every traumatic incident, our mind does a couple of things. First, it comes to conclusions. These are not conscious, these are subconscious conclusions that you might not even be aware of. Conclusions, when repeated, become decisions. And I'll repeat that. conclusions, when repeated, become decisions. They could not be repeated with the same partner, but there could have been multiple conclusions with different people. These conclusions, when you see them repeating in your life, they become decisions. What is interesting over here is that these experiences and these traumas don't need to be ours. A girlfriend might tell you that her partner cheated on her, and you start doubting if your partner might do the same. So you start seeing resemblances and you start resonating with others' realities and start making it your own. So we understand the patterns. Once we see the pattern, we start looking at where does the trauma come from. The traumatic moments give you beliefs, experiences. These beliefs and experiences start creating your reality. These beliefs and experiences start getting stored in your cells and we act out based on these experiences. Let me give you an example here. A Japanese scientist did an experiment called the broken heart syndrome. He realized and he started working with girls when their heart was broken and he started doing an X-ray and MRI. He found, which is really interesting, he found that the heart changes shape when there is a heartbreak. The heartbreak could be multiple things, could be a parent, could be multiple things, and he started categorizing them. What he found was when there is a love with a man and a woman, and there is a heartbreak, the heart changes shape. As the heart changes shape, it's gradual, very small gradual shift in shape. The cells and every blood cell that goes through the heart starts telling the body that there is a heart. Which is why when there is a heartbreak, it's not only our heart that is hurting, our entire body starts hurting. Emotionally, mentally, physically, the heartbreak becomes too much for us because the change in the shape of the heart is transmitted as an information to every cell in the body. You can Google more about this called the broken heart syndrome. It's a beautiful experiment, very nicely explained on YouTube, but I'm not going to delve more into that. This broken heart syndrome starts impacting our entire being and our entire belief system. What does this have to do with attracting love? I'm going to come to that in a bit. So by now you've understood that there is a broken heart syndrome and our beliefs have created our reality. Because I've thought that my girlfriend's partner cheated, mine could also cheat. So our thoughts start becoming what we start believing, our reality. Let's go further back. Who is the first man in your life? The first man, the first male in your life is your father. What most of us do, either we love our parents or we hate. We might say that we have nothing to do with them, but our childhood traumas, our belief systems about our parents, about our father, start creating our belief system. Your mother normally has fun with the child. And what does the mother say to the child? Dekho, Papa to aaye nahi office se, he doesn't have time for baby. The mother tells the child, Dad is so busy. He is not there for the baby. He rather work than come home and be with the child. He is traveling for work. I wish he came home early. We start seeing men through the eyes of our mother. Our first impressions of our father start defining how men will become in there, how the men we attract in our life will become. If you're told that, if the mother says, or if you see that your father is emotionally unavailable, you start believing men are emotionally unavailable. If your father is being physically abusive to your mother or to you, you start hating brash and body men because you think that they will also be the same. These are the mistakes we make, couple of the mistakes we make when we find love. We are so much influenced by our past beliefs from our father, from the first crush, from the first boyfriend that we had. My experience has been, my first girlfriend dumped me and she broke my heart. She was 5 feet 11 inches. I never dated a tall girl all my life. When I understood how my past is impacting my present, I was able to relate to this. Subconsciously, I had stored a memory that tall girls will break my heart. My wife is 5 feet 2 inches. I'm 6 feet 1 inch. Our past starts impacting our present so much, our belief system so much, that what we really tend to do is look at everyone from that same lens. You're not looking at a man from the lens of how loving or caring he can be. You start looking for love from your past trauma. But the past is already done. How do we change these patterns? Once we've identified the pattern, we've understood that my father was also emotionally abusive and I attract emotionally abusive men. My father also was never expressive and I also find that the men in my life are not expressive. What do I do to change? What can I do to ensure that these patterns get resolved? Because I really want to attract love. When I see couples around me happy in life, happy in love, I feel jealous. When I see couples happy in life, I also sometimes think, oh, मेरी प्रेम कहानी कब पूरी होगी? When will my fairy tale story come true? How do you change it? You begin by journaling. Let's start by simple tools that you can do today. Start by journaling. Start writing letters. Start writing letters to all your ex-partners. You don't need to post these letters. We need to let out the unexpressed pain, trauma and emotions that we've stored in ourselves. You could start by writing, Dear Father, I hate you and I love you for all the happy memories. I hate you for all the times you are away. Dear ex number 1, I hate you. I hate you that you cheated on me. But I also love you for the happy memories we create. When we start emptying out our heart, we start emptying out our belief system. So we can journal, we write letters. Don't need to post these letters. Once you are done, you can tear them away, throw them away, pick up the most traumatic relationship that you had and spend days, I kid you not, spend days writing that letter. Let it be an ongoing activity. The second thing you could do is visit a therapist. You've understood the trauma, you've seen the patterns. Now you're aware. When you walk away from this video, you are aware that there are patterns and trends that exist in your life. You are also aware that you can find true love. You can resolve the relationship. When you heal the past, when you heal the traumas of the past, you become more present. When you become more present, you become a magnet. You start attracting what you desire, not what you are resisting from the past. If you desire true love, you will attract true love. You might today say, I desire true love. What you're actually doing is you're resisting and you're saying, I don't want, subconsciously, I don't want emotionally unavailable men. And that's what you're manifesting. When you resolve the past, you become more present. When you work with the present, you're able to manifest the future. Thank you so much for watching. In the comments, please do share your questions, your queries. I'll be more than happy to answer them. More videos to come on love, on relationships. Thank you so much for